What if the decades-long rivalry between Intel and AMD, a foundational battle of the tech world, is about to get completely rewritten? We're talking about a potential partnership so unexpected, it could reshape the entire semiconductor landscape. You know, Intel has been trying to claw its way back to the top, making some really bold moves lately. We saw that recent alliance with Nvidia, a major announcement in itself. But it turns out, something even more profound might be unfolding behind the scenes, something that could absolutely redefine competition in the chip industry. We're talking about Intel, in deep negotiations to actually manufacture chips for none other than their longtime rival, AMD. Let's break that down for a second. When we talk about Intel making AMD chips, we mean Intel's factories, what we call foundries, would actually produce AMD's silicon designs. Think of it like a car company, say Ford, suddenly agreeing to build engines for General Motors. It's a huge deal because these two companies have been locked in a head-to-head battle for your computer's brain for decades. Yet, they're exploring this unprecedented collaboration. Now, why would Intel, or AMD for that matter, even consider such a thing? For Intel, this is a massive strategic play. They've been working hard to scale up their foundry business, aiming to catch up with the undisputed king of chip manufacturing, TSMC, over in Taiwan. TSMC currently builds most of AMD's cutting-edge processors, using advanced processes like 5nm or even 3nm technology. Intel's own top-tier 18A process, which we compare to 2nm tech, won't be ready for mass production until sometime in 2025. So, initially, Intel might start by producing some of AMD's less complex designs. But securing AMD as a customer, even for those chips, would be a massive win, a huge vote of confidence for Intel's fledgling foundry division, which, by the way, is currently operating at a loss. This isn't just about prestige, though. It's also about global geopolitics and supply chain security. With all the tension surrounding Taiwan, where TSMC is headquartered, having more chip production capabilities right here in the US becomes incredibly attractive. The US government is even sweetening the deal with the CHIPS Act, pushing hard to boost domestic manufacturing and reduce our dependence on overseas production. We've already seen Nvidia invest a whopping $5 billion into Intel's foundry efforts, and Intel has even approached Apple, showing a clear demand for Intel's manufacturing capacity. Intel's new CEO is aggressively pushing forward with a massive restructuring and cost-cutting drive. Intel, once a titan, finds itself outside the top 10 chip manufacturers, especially in the booming AI hardware space. Landing a deal like this with AMD could send Intel's share price soaring. It already jumped 3.5% on the news, and it would provide a much-needed shot in the arm for the entire US chip industry. So what's in it for AMD? Well, for them, it's about diversifying their manufacturing base. It gives them another powerful option beyond TSMC, without having to abandon their existing partnerships entirely. It's like having a backup plan for your most critical components. For Intel, as we said, it's a critical step toward making their foundry division profitable, transforming it from a liability into a cornerstone of their future. We should note, this deal isn't finalized yet. An agreement could take months, and there are still hurdles like regulatory reviews. But if this historic deal truly materializes, this Intel-AMD partnership would mark an absolutely pivotal moment. Two fierce competitors, now working in tandem, could significantly bolster the entire US semiconductor market. It signals Intel's bold ambition to not just compete, but to redefine its role in the industry. So, this isn't just a business transaction, it's a statement. It tells us that in the cutthroat world of tech, old rivalries can give way to new, strategic alliances that benefit everyone, from the companies themselves to, ultimately, you, the consumer. It's a fascinating pivot, showing that survival and growth sometimes mean looking beyond competition and embracing cooperation. What do you make of this potential partnership? Do you think it's a brilliant move or a risky gamble? Let us know what you think. And if you found this deep dive intriguing, make sure to subscribe and share this episode with another tech-savvy friend.